Hey guys, it's Irish again. This is going to be the final video in configuring the i3 window manager. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to colorize this bar down here, the i3 status bar, and also to create, to colorize the workspaces primarily. Also, I'm going to show you guys how to create shortcuts to make volume and brightness. And then finally, I'm going to show you guys how to create a bash script in shutting down your computer just with a simple keybind. So let's just get started. The first thing we're going to do is get two programs that we'll need for the brightness and the volume. So the first thing, you just need to open up a terminal. Again, if you guys have, if you're trying to do this on Arch, this you do not need to get this because it is there by default. But if you're using a Debian or anything else like that, you will need to get X backlight. And also PavView Control is a very good program to determine, if you're trying to figure out your sound issues. So if you just do sudo apt-get install PavView Control and X backlight. So if we just put in our password, so okay, so it's down. It's everything is good. So in Arch, the backlight does X backlight is automatically there. On my system, I did not have to download this. I personally use PavView Control just to switch from my speakers to my USB headset, which I'm on right now. It is a very good program. So again, you don't need this, but it's just a handy program to do it. So now that we have that set, we are going to colorize the i3 status bar here. So let's just bring up the config file. So gedit i3 config, and let's just make this full screen. To create the colors, you have to do it under the bar. So we'll just go right underneath our font, and then you just do color, bracket, and we'll just do another bracket here. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I will put the description below the links that I will be showing you guys. So the color, I like just to make it nice and simple and just do the color. So the background is obviously the background of the bar here. Status line is just and the separators. The separators you can kind of see, which are right here. And then you just have your focused workspace, which is, as you can see, the blue. Active workspaces, which is just the active. Inactive workspaces, which is the 2 and the 6. And then urgent workspaces, if I clicked on a link and I already had Firefox or my web browser open, it will show a red bar or a red screen that will just determine, that will say, hey, you have something urgent. All of the colors, and then this, and just save and refresh, you'll notice that nothing's changed, but this is just a base of the default of what the colors are. So what we're going to do is change this to what I prefer. So I like everything just about black except for my texts. So we're just going to go black on everything here. So again, this is going to be background, border, and then text. So we're going to go here. Active is going to be here. Inactive here. And then urgent. Again, these the hashtags are what is known as HTML colors. So 1, 2, 3. So I like, just again, this is very simplistic, and you can just, I've seen some very impressive colors that people have created. So to make my text colors different, the site that I like to go on to is HTML colors. Let me get that up for you here. So if you do the HTML color codes.info, and this is the site. And what I like to do for my active is to create a lighter blue. So if I click on this and then I copy and then I paste it in here, save, restart, you'll notice down here that it's all black but the highlighted thing right here. And if I go to 1, you'll see that it just goes to whatever. So what I like to do, I like just to keep the active. The inactive ones, what I like to do is a darker blue. So we'll just do this one. Copy. And then we'll just paste it in the inactive. And then save and refresh. You'll notice the darker blue here and with the highlighted, so I know which one I'm on. And then finally it's the urgent, which again you can make any color. I personally like a red, nice deep red color. So if I go copy this one and then paste it. And again, this will happen if I'm on XChat or on any or on anything like that. It will go with the red. I do remember one thing I forgot to do is that the status line I've made all black. So we'll just change the color to the focused. And then we'll just copy and we'll paste, save, and run it. So now everything is a nice blue for the stuff that I can see, and then all the inactive ones are just nice and darker. So that goes for coloring. And again, you can create some impressive colors for your status bar. Again, it's so customizable. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy it. The next thing I was going to show you guys is how to put your volume control here. This is what paveview control comes in on. If you are on Arch, you do not need paveview control to see the effects of this, but for whatever reason under Mint or under Ubuntu based distros, I'm unable to show you. If you do press the controls, this should go down, but for whatever reason it's not allowing. So we'll just use it as the paveview control. So volume control, and then it'll be bind system. On my laptop, I have my volume controls as F11 to decrease, and then F12 to increase. So we'll just do the decreasing first. So you do that, and then be a mixer, set, master, and then 5%, then decrease the minus sign. And then you'll just do the same thing here, just for the second one. So F12, a mixer, set, master, 5%, and then the plus sign. So if we save that, refresh, let's move to a paveview control. And then as you can see, it's at 100%. But if we do a mod and then F11, I'm sorry, I forgot to add the execute part of it here. Now if we save and now refresh, let's go back to pad view. As you can see, it's at 100%. So if we do the mod F11, okay, I did make another error. I put too many S's in the bind system. So it'd be bind system SYM and then mod. So if we do now this one more time, if we refresh and then do mod F11, you'll see it going down by 5%. And now if we do F12, you can see it going up by 5%. So that's how you make the controls in i3. But again, if you're on Arch, this number down here will take effect once you're pressing those mod keys. So next thing we're going to do is the brightness control. So we'll just do brightness control. Now if let's do on my keyboard, my brightness controls are F4 and F5. So we'll do the decreasing first. Then here, mod plus F4, EXEC, X backlight, and then we're going to it would be a dash deck, and then 5, and then syst mod plus F5, EXEC, X backlight, and then ink 5. So we're going to put these the same length. Okay, everything looks good. So if we save and then refresh and then do F4, Alt Mod F4, you should see the screen darkening. And if we do Mod F5, you'll see it increasing. So that's how you put in the volume control and the brightness control. The last thing I was going to show you guys in this video is how to create a shortcut to log out, shut down, or reboot your system. So I'm going to show you two different ways. The first way I'm going to show you is on any System D distros. So Arch, Fedora, OpenSUSE. So with this one, we're going to go to the Arch wiki here. There is a bash script that's right here. As you can see, it's just to log out. It's the same thing as pressing Alt Mod E and then pressing yes, I do want to shut down. And then if you have the suspend and hibernate, reboot is just systemctl reboot, and then shut down again is just systemctl power off. And then it will show these different types of options for you. So we'll just copy this into a Word document. So if we go here, gedit, I like just call it i3 exit, and then copy and paste this in, save it. So now it changes to the bash. And now if we exit, and make sure you chmod this, so be sudo chmod plus x and then .3 exit. So now if we do an ls-a, you'll notice that the i3 is right there. One more step for this is you have to move it into your path. So just to see where your path is, you just do an echo $, and then path all capitalized. And then you can put the i3 in either one of these folders. Me personally, I like to put it in my S bin because there's rarely anything in there to begin with. So let's do a move.i3 exit, then to user local S bin. Make sure we put that in sudo. And now if we go there, You'll notice it right there. The final step that we need to do with this is put this in our i3 config file. So if we go, just do a gedit, i3 config. Oh, it's right here. So this one, again, you can go to the Arch Wiki right here, and then you're just going to put in all of this right here, and copy, paste this in, and then I may like to make one more thing here, one more system. Instead of the mod plus pause, I like to do mod plus F2 and then save it, and then refresh. And now if we do a alt mod F2, you'll notice down here it gives you the urgent colors of the red, and then you can just log out, suspend, hibernate, reboot, and then Shift S is for shutdown. So if I was on a system D, I would just put this in and just do an L, it will lock my system, E would log out. So this is a very good handy tool that if you are going to be on i3, I suggest implementing if you have a system D computer distro. The next one is, for currently right now, Ubuntu is not on System D, but again, I believe it's going to be the next few releases. So to bypass the System D one, you have to put in, it's a little bit more complicated to do this. So the first thing you want to do is create two different bash scripts, and they are really simple. So if we go to, let's go here. So if we go into my i3 folder, ls, as you see the chmod, the reboot and shutdown. So if we look at this, it's just the bin and then sudo reboot, and it's the exact same thing as in shutdown. It's just sudo shutdown -h or sudo power off. And make sure that you do create these as executables, and make sure you do put them in their i3 or anywhere that you'll remember, so to make sure they're green. And then the next thing you'll have to do is, since you have to use sudo with this, you have to type in your password every time. We just have to make a small change in a part of the system called vsudo, which is part of what gives your user root access and other stuff like that. So if we go into sudo, vsudo, you'll notice that, like, giving root, so you can put your name down on that, or you can go admin sudo equals to all. So what we're going to have to do is go all the way down to the bottom here, put in your username here, and then all equals, in brackets or in brackets, all, and then no password, colon, and then you have to make sure that you put it to the path that you saved those executables. So once those are saved, so once you put those in, you're going to do exit, and then in your config file, you'll notice it right here. So you're going to bind the system mod control, or you can just make it mod, say K or mod whatever, execute, and then sudo, and then the path to those executable files. So if I did mod control X, it would shut down my system, or if I did mod control R, it would reboot my system. I have tested this before making this video, and it does work. I will get you the link to where I found this. It is right here under another person's guide to going from GNOME to i3 under an Ubuntu based. So it's right here. You just change out his username to yours. The one thing he doesn't explain is that you do have to create scripts. So it's right here, but again, it took me a while to get this to go. So that is what I have in my very own config file, except for this part right here. That is all I have on configuring the i3 window manager. If you guys have any problems or any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you guys have any other ideas for videos that you would like to see myself, Morningstar, or Kleptos from the LDC Now podcast create, please make your suggestions again down in the comments below, or please come to the forums on the Linux Distro Community.com and make your suggestions there. That is all I have for now, and I will see you guys later.